When supply chains freeze and stores stop restocking, most gear fails quietly. But a few old-school tools keep working year after year. No batteries, no replacements, no dependence. Imagine a year where new shipments do not arrive. Hardware stores are open sporadically. Batteries are difficult to find. Plastic handles crack in cold weather and cannot be replaced easily. In that environment, durability becomes the difference between working solutions and frustration. The 10 tools ahead are not trendy purchases. They are long-term assets that gain value when convenience disappears. Carbon steel fixed blade knife, the foundation of utility. A carbon steel fixed blade knife represents one of the oldest survival tools ever created. The reason it endures is not nostalgia, it is a function. A full tang carbon steel blade, meaning the metal runs through the entire handle, provides structural integrity that folding designs cannot match. Without hinges or locking mechanisms, there are fewer failure points. Carbon steel does require maintenance. It can develop surface rust if neglected. That is not a weakness, it is a reminder that care extends life. A quick cleaning and light oil application prevent corrosion. Sharpening carbon steel is straightforward with basic stones, even improvised ones. Stainless steel resists rust better, but carbon steel often holds an edge longer and sharpens more easily in the field. In collapse conditions, cutting tasks increase. Food preparation becomes manual. Rope and cordage require trimming. Wooden structures need shaping. A reliable knife transitions from convenience to necessity quickly. A well-maintained carbon steel knife can last decades, and with simple sharpening tools, it becomes a permanent part of daily life rather than a disposable accessory. Cast iron. Cookware heat that outlives generations. Cast iron cookware is heavy, which discourages some people. That weight is part of its strength. A cast iron skillet or Dutch oven can cook over wood, charcoal, gas, or coals. It does not rely on electric heating elements or fragile coatings. Unlike non-stick pans that deteriorate when scratched, cast iron improves with use through seasoning. Seasoning is the process of baking oil into the surface, creating a natural, non-stick layer. If that layer degrades, it can be restored. Even if rust develops after neglect, scrubbing and reseasoning return functionality. This ability to recover is what makes cast iron so valuable. In long-term scenarios where fuel efficiency matters, cast iron retains heat well. Food continues cooking even after flames are reduced. That retention conserves firewood or charcoal. A single Dutch oven can bake bread, stew vegetables, roast meat, and boil water. It eliminates the need for multiple fragile cookware items. A properly cared-for cast iron piece can remain functional for a lifetime. Manual water pump securing access without electricity. Water independence is a cornerstone of resilience. Many homes rely on electric pumps to draw water from wells. When power disappears, those systems fail instantly. A manual hand pump connected to a well bypasses electricity entirely. Through leverage and physical effort, water rises without motors. Maintenance involves replacing seals and lubricating moving parts, tasks manageable with basic tools. Unlike electronic systems, a hand pump does not depend on circuit boards or wiring. As long as the water source remains viable, access continues. In prolonged disruptions, water security reduces stress dramatically. Drinking, cooking, cleaning, and gardening all depend on water. A manual pump shifts control from external systems to personal capability. That shift makes it one of the most powerful tools in a collapse-aligned toolkit. Ferrocerium, rod, spark without fuel dependency. Disposable lighters and matchbooks function well until supplies run out. A ferrocerium rod, often called a ferro rod, produces sparks when scraped with a metal edge. These sparks ignite tinder reliably with practice. The rod does not contain fuel. It relies on friction and material composition. A single ferro rod can produce thousands of sparks before wearing down. It functions in wet conditions and extreme cold better than many alternatives. While it requires skill to use effectively, that skill becomes valuable in any environment. Fire supports cooking, warmth, and sanitation. It also provides psychological comfort in dark conditions. A spark-producing tool that does not rely on refills becomes increasingly valuable over time. Practicing with it before relying on it ensures competence when it matters. If durable, long-term tools interest you more than disposable gear, subscribe now. The goal here is building systems that endure, not chasing short-term convenience. Steel shovel with wooden handle, moving earth, and more. A shovel might appear ordinary, but earth moving becomes critical during collapse scenarios. Gardening expands when grocery supply chains falter. Drainage ditches protect structures during heavy rain. Soil preparation supports food production. A steel shovel head provides strength. A wooden handle offers replaceability. If the handle cracks, it can be replaced with carved hardwood. Plastic handles lack that flexibility. Steel can be sharpened and maintained. Beyond gardening, a shovel assists in clearing debris, leveling ground, and even supporting simple construction tasks. Its value grows when heavy equipment is unavailable. Durability and repairability define its importance. Manual grain mill, converting storage into sustenance. Whole grains store longer than flour. Wheat, corn, and other grains can remain viable for years if kept dry. A manual grain mill allows those grains to be ground into flour without electricity. Metal mills with solid gears withstand repeated use far better than plastic versions. Grinding grain by hand requires effort. That effort transforms stored resources into daily bread. In extended disruptions, versatility in food preparation becomes essential. A manual mill extends the life of stored grain significantly. This tool represents the difference between possessing raw food and producing meals. It supports independence from industrial processing. Hand-powered drill, building without batteries. Construction and repair continue even when electricity does not. A brace and bit hand drill operates through rotational force applied by hand. Interchangeable bits allow drilling various hole sizes in wood. When reinforcing doors, constructing shelves, or assembling basic structures, drilling precise holes improves strength and safety. Electric drills are efficient but dependent on charging. A manual drill works indefinitely as long as physical effort remains available. Sharpening bits and maintaining metal components ensures longevity. This tool bridges the gap between basic survival and functional rebuilding. All-metal can opener, accessing stored nutrition. Canned food remains a common preparedness staple. Accessing that food requires a reliable opener. Plastic or lightweight designs break under repeated stress. An all-metal opener withstands heavy use. In long-term scenarios, small failures compound frustration. A broken can opener makes stored food temporarily inaccessible. Investing in a durable model removes that vulnerability. It may seem minor compared to larger tools, but access to food determines daily stability. Reliability in small items matters just as much as strength in large ones. Wool blankets, warmth that endures. Wool has insulated humans for centuries. Unlike many synthetic materials, wool retains warmth even when damp. It resists flame better than polyester fabrics. It breathes, reducing moisture buildup. A well-maintained wool blanket can last decades. It can be repaired with stitching. It does not rely on zippers or synthetic fill that clumps over time. Layering wool blankets provides adjustable warmth without complexity. In cold environments, simple warmth prevents stress and illness. Wool blankets align with durability because they can be cleaned, repaired, and reused repeatedly. Mechanical watch, time without electronics. Timekeeping may not seem critical at first glance, but coordination depends on it. A mechanical watch operates through springs and gears powered by winding. It does not require batteries. In community settings where planning and rationing matter, synchronized schedules improve cooperation. While not as essential as water or food tools, a mechanical watch represents independence from disposable electronics. It reinforces the theme of durability. Gears can be serviced, springs can be maintained. It is an object designed for longevity. The pattern behind these tools. Each tool on this list shares traits that align with collapse survival. They function without electricity. They use materials that respond well to maintenance. They can be repaired with simple skills. They serve multiple purposes. None rely on digital infrastructure. None require proprietary replacement parts. All benefit from care and understanding. Collapse survival does not reward novelty. It rewards reliability. When new shipments stop arriving, the value of what already exists increases dramatically. Share in the comments which long-lasting tool in your home has already proven its worth over time. Then continue to the next video, where disposable survival gear is examined to understand why it often fails faster than expected. Long-term stability rests not on quantity, but on permanence.